get to see the Eagles' burner at wide receiver. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Throwing, Jones.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Nolan Smith
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And taken at the 46. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a...
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 55 yards.
And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The numbers for Evans in last week's ball game.
5 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, And this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Now Jones. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Nolan Smith. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right at the 35. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Richardson off the play fake.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. His throw incomplete.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage.
But it'll be 2nd down.
You look at this Eagle defense.
They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
In today's football, there aren't a lot of goals for deep.
Pressure comes and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Eagles to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10.
Off play action. Richardson.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A huge play there for Houston. 63 yards.
And that's an important completion right there, because that's going to do it. With that last pass, he eclipses Peyton Manning's all-time mark of 5,477 pass yards in a single season. I think the Engravers, they can get the MVP trophy ready. This has been a year for the ages as he stands alone in single-season passing.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now they send a man in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. his third touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Jones, ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You look at this Eagle defense.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Back to throw again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Nolan Smith.
What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. Throwing on second and long. Jones, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is brought in at the 21. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions, just the first.
And got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Now Richardson.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. He's got the first down and then some.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
First down, Houston.
Richardson to throw off play action. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter. Second quarter now, and it's football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Nolan Smith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. On second down, they'll run with White. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it as they head out on the...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones.
He's got his target. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there is no space available. An incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, It's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain well behind.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And now out comes Houston.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Quez Watkins, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Eagles extend their lead yet again.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete to Otten.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Jones on 3rd down.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Richardson.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They go play action with Richardson. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Richardson on 4th down.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones.
He'll leave this one for White.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Levante David. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
First down, here's White. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to get.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points.
Yeah, we can make this a pretty simple partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Devontae Smith now from his end zone. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me,
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Here's Richardson to throw.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all the use coming from the replay. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Richardson looking to throw.
And Goddard
He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Buccaneers 3.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing, Jones.
Otten brings it in over the middle.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will do it for this first half. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3.
At their own 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Second and 10, back to the air with Richardson.
He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man, complete.
Now he's loose again.
Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 92 yards.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Buccaneers 6.
And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. Sheds off the tackle. Jets offense set to begin their next possession. Now Jones on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nakobe Dean from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This is taken at the 23.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
On first down, Richardson.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Houston. 59 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 4 yards out.
And the Eagles have got it on cruise control.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job.
Let's go now.
Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Off the play fake. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Keely Ringo. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Read option. This is White.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48.
Richardson off the play fake.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Off play action. Richardson.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Houston. And even 60 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 35-yard line.
They give to White on the option.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
Jones throwing on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Nakobe Dean
able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
At the Eagles' 24-yard line.
Throwing on second and long. Jones throwing left side. It's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Bucs are able to claw one back.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Richardson going to move him around.
Richardson now throwing to start the drive.
Oh, is intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game.
Carlton Davis picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense had, reception's really going to affect them much, but at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Going right side is White. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Jalen Carter
In there to bury him for a loss of 11. To try again after the sack. Jones.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And his kick is indeed good. And he'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top again. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Richardson on 2nd and 10.
Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Now it's Richardson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Richardson.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And Evans will have a Bucs first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
back to throw. Jones.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
On 2nd and 10. Jones. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
This now a 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. And a dump off to White. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Houston set to take over. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come. Thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Richardson to throw off play action.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year.
Extra point safely through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So out come the Bucs now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out now come the Eagles.
We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there.
And the Eagles continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Point going after? Right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Jones now on 1st and 10.
Quick throw, finding Mike Evans.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your...
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bucs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Houston's offense taking over again. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
Draw play. Here's McAllister. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit. The backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
It's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick six, but that one's so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you express that because you...
And now here is another interception. Evades the tackler and now some space. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. rookie of a young quarterback.
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Nolan Smith in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. They'll go up the middle with White. Dances by him. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He will push his way down to about the 14. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, the grand scheme of things, those 3 points really not going to matter much, but I guess a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been out playing all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Now Richardson throwing to start the drive. He finds his man complete. That's Dean. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Richardson.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Here's Jones on 1st down.
Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
My vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early.
It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And a touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking.